Glad to have you with us from Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. We're headed toward the back stretch of the season, Week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the USC Trojans and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. He knows he has the best wide receiver right now in the country. They are so excited about the talent and experience that they can get to downfield. But they've got a young passer. How will they put into play, into the scheme, ways to get him the ball? Depending on what the defense does, this will be a big storyline we'll follow throughout the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Trojans will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. Big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unleashes one. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And man, those sting, man. The 3rd down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially 3rd down.
He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Sees an alley. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run him again. Defense all over him.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. The run inside. It's Wiley. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 4th down, Williams. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Riley. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, it's Miller. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Williams. Turns it upfield. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Williams looking for a man. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Trojans.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Makes the tackle.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they turn it into a defensive score. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Fielded in the end zone. It's Page. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Left side is Powell. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The fake and wants to throw. Flips it out to the back. Fighting off the defender. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
It's complete on the right side. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Finds his man on the RPO. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Snapped on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6. Now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
He breaks a tackle, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Off play action. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Danzy. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throwing, Williams. Rush right in his face. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away.
Makes the grab in their space.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll move the wide receiver. Drives inside. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves.
Time to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
He'll try to pop the draw. He's past the sticks. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Williams. Comes down. It's Jefferson. There he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Motion from the wide receiver. Williams will pass. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Here's Williams to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. And And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it
makes the grab and room to run. Nice move. Creates some space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. Wants to pass. Rushes on. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw on the line, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. On play action. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. You'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Williams. He's going to fire deep. He's got it along the sideline. He'll work his way down to the 28. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Williams looking for a man. Out wide left, it's Napier. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
Still looking to his right. He'll get rid of it. Touchdown, Trojans. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. From inside his own 10, let's see. Oh, the ball's out on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Touchdown, Trojans! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the return, it's Holmes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. That's caught. It's Powell. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring the big plays.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll ride the hot hand, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on 4th down. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. It makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Catch in the middle. It's Powell. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Throws it off the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete 4th down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
Throwing, Williams. They're all over him. Takes a hit as he fires.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Going over the top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And touchdown, Oklahoma State. He got it back corner of the end zone.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, running back on the move. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Williams. Holds on, it's Napier. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Williams will pass. Escapes the pressure going right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
on the draw. It's Riley. Can't get him to the ground. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Here's Williams to throw. Under pressure. And they got it.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Williams looking for a man. He's going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good.
Oh, they're faking it. Quarterback just held that too long on a 3rd down play, and the sack will force the punt. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Williams fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Napier. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. In the red area, it's Miller. Touchdown, USC! And the pummeling has started. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Play action on 1st down. just got rid of that one.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy and trying to get him to the ground.
Motion from the wideout. Going to try to get it himself. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Well, going RPO on that second down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up 3rd and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now, and he takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this 3rd down.
Makes the grab right down the middle.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Throws for the tight end. Fires it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small.
Snags it, and there's running room. The 20. All the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Throwing, Williams. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. With the draw, it's Riley. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Trojans peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Williams. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Quick give. It's Page. Thrust that arm out. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here comes the heat. Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Lewis.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Finds a crease, it's Page. Inside the 25. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. From the gun. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the draw, it's Miller. Still running at the 35. There he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Deep in the end zone, it's Page. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Makes the catch, it's Powell. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. And he tackles him for no gain.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Left side is Anderson. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. All the way down to the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Miller. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Let's see what they've got on second down. They give it back to him. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And you got to know down here in the red zone that I'm going to get hit, right? There's so little space, and I got to be physical, catch the ball, bring it to my body, and make sure that I hold on to it. And he just couldn't hold on to it because of the contact on that play.
He splits the uprights, and now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Stepping to the right. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast. Because
found a seam on the left. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Getting set for the point after. Oh, they block it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Play action with Williams. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Here's Williams to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's got enough. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Trojans. And the stomping has commenced. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Page. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. They'll move the tight end. First play of this drive. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Release to the back. Right side, it's Page. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Grabbed behind the line, it's Page.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Making the adjustment. 2nd down, going to throw it. Out wide left, it's Thornton. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Quick completion to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Page. Could be headed to the end zone.
It's too bad because this guy's had an incredible day statistically. Already over 100 yards rushing, but look on the scoreboard and you'd never know it. Their defense has not been able to do their part, and you just wonder if it's going to be enough handing off to this guy to get back in the game.
And the Cowboys are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cowboys. He got it right inside the pylon. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Just couldn't quite shake free. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Williams. Still looking. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. They send the tight end in motion. Now on the counter. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Left side is Riley. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They want that clock to run. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride him again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Third and long coming up. Gets the back moving. Third down from the gun, Williams. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Got the quick completion. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Second down, gonna throw it. With the catch, it's Powell. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cowboys in the hurry up. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds us back in the middle. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to go up top on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play call.
Going for it all. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Finds a spot in the middle. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Throwing, Williams. He wants to go deep. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. Glad to have you along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. And the Cavaliers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
Notre Dame, one of those programs every year that's known for pumping out NFL talent. Zach Martin, Quentin Nelson, Joe, all these guys, year in, year out, they just roll them through. And you know with Notre Dame, David, when you're going to play them, you're going to have to stop the run. And that's going to be a tough task considering the road graders they've got up front.
Road graders who like to do the dirty work. That's what I've always seen and admired about Notre Dame. It's those physical guys that are tough. And you go through the locker room and all those names you talked about, and it's a lineage, it's a pride. They talk to each other when one's in the NFL and the other one's back in college. Notre Dame takes a lot of pride in that offensive line history.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Cavaliers' offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved. They bring the punter onto the field now. All the way back to his 5-yard line. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for the team. It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these weak running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Throws quickly. Breaks the tackle. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not net, and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Hits inside. It's Mobley. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Give to the running back. He's got the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Throwing. Carr. Caught. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I think they found a matchup they like, man. This running back has been a problem out of the backfield. Like, we know he can run it, but the matchups now, who's going to cover him? Is it a linebacker? Is it a safety? Right now, this offense, they've found something with him catching the football in the backfield, and they just keep going back to it.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Carr. The sure hands, it's Mobley. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
Big guy tries to barrel in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Caught on the RPO. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Play action, Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. And it's a sack.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Straight ahead, it's Mobley. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Carr. Look out! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Number 92, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Now on the move. Turning it on. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 21 team, the North Texas Mean Green.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the...
Number 92 sets a kickoff.
From deep, it's James. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Throwing, Carr. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Making the adjustment on the play. To the air again, Carr. Hauls it in. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. The run inside. It's Walton. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was...
Snags it, and he's open. Touchdown, Irish! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Reels it in. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Rushes on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the ground game. Spins away from the defense. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year.
Here come the Irish back on offense. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Moving out to the right. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quick completion on the out. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Carr. Snagged in the middle. It's Mobley. Virginia will call its 1st timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Timeout is called by Virginia. That's their 2nd. They'll have one left. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Drops back on 1st down. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Timeout on the field. The Cavaliers have taken their final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Throwing, caught.